Where do you see yourself in the future?
Having my own business with a friend of mine, a publishing company with really cool trapdoors for no reason. It's a thing we want to have happen, for sure. Books published, a graphic novel that I have in the works, a series, which I'm really stoked on because it's fun for me to read, and I've had like a couple people read it, and they're like, "No, this is really like I can see it all playing out," and I'm like, "Perfect, that's what I want. I want you to be able to visualize it as a script. I can just wait till it's." Um, with kids and a wife and being a dad, above all everything else, just being a dad, being there for like whatever, Flag Day, whatever, doesn't matter. Just want to be there. Yeah. I think that's always been my secret, but not secret dream. Everybody's always known I want to be a writer, but being a dad has always been like top. Yeah.
Do you have a philosophy that you guide your life in?
Don't eat yellow snow. um, I feel like the only wrong way to live is to cause other people pain. I mean, like I said before, we're all going to experience pain. There's pains that we're going to know and have to go through alone, but if you're constantly causing people pain, if you're neglecting their emotions, if you're neglecting their feelings, neglecting their right to love and be loved, then you're living your life wrongly. And I feel like that's what a lot of people have done. That's what's brought us to the world that we live in right now. It's not about being human. It's not about being humane. It's about being right and being powerful. And power is nothing. It's an illusion. I think one thing that I've always taken with me that I've been able to express recently was that love is and will always be humanity's greatest accomplishment. And I feel like we are fooling ourselves into thinking we can build something better, something bigger, something faster, something stronger, because we have yet to fully commit to the idea of love and its true strength and what its potential. We're afraid of it, and we're afraid as a collective, and we nitpick about our fears, and we nitpick about the fears of others, but we don't acknowledge our own. And then I feel like once we're able to do that in ourselves, and then we can do it together, and then we'll be able to not only express the love that is true and real, but accept it. And I think that's the hardest thing for us to do right now, is accept anything good, anything genuine. We have to destroy it, we have to dissect it, we have to figure out why before we can own it. And then once we figure out why, we have to figure out how to manipulate it so that we can use it to gain something for ourselves instead of just letting it all go. Yeah. So, causing people pain and loving above all else.
Can you explain causing people pain? Is also your greatest regret. Is causing
Yes, yes, and there is a point in my life where I was really good at hurting people, really good, mentally, physically. I was really good at it, and I was good at it because it took away from me. It took away from me having to look at myself in the mirror every day and face whatever it was that I couldn't face, and so I took it out on other people. I used other people as an excuse to not be a better person. So that would be, I guess, in terms of manipulating people, making them feel sorry for you, or making them feel upset or angry just because you're sad, upset, or angry, and refusing to see their point of view, refusing to acknowledge them as people, seeing yourself as something higher than everybody else. I think that's something that's a huge thing, especially in younger people. It's they see themselves above everybody else, and I was humbled in a very bizarre way, very dark way, but causing people pain brought me into an abyss where I had nobody and nothing around me, and so I was basically forced. I was rock bottom. I was forced to look at me and figure out why and how, and I tried to salvage relationships once I got out, and I was able to salvage the important ones, but the other ones fell to the wayside, and yeah. And so I just know I'm able to look at someone and know if they're in pain, and it's like that deep pain, that pain of being neglected and misunderstood and mistreated. And I feel like, with like transgender and gay and like that happens a lot. People misunderstood, and I'm bisexual, so I mean, like, a lot of people don't know that, and they assume that bisexuality means, oh, you're gonna go, and if you're with a girl, then you're gonna go and be with a guy too at the same time. Like, no, that's not how it works. Like, I'm not emotionally attracted to men, but I am physically, and it sucks because I'm not like someone who's gonna go out and just sleep around, but I know that there's a physical attraction to men, and I'm okay with that. But there's a whole bunch of stigmatisms with race, sexuality, gender, like it's just we neglect that very essence of who we are, the very basic need for comfort and love, and just we neglect our humanity, because again we've allowed ourselves to be kind of lost in the illusion of power and control. And we want control so bad because we're like lost little kids, basically. Just like in the book, Lord of the Flies, just a whole bunch of kids playing grown-up and doing so because they could, because they didn't know any better, and then once they were found, they somehow knew better all of a sudden. I think we know better. We're just too fearful of accepting all of our faults, accepting responsibility, and moving into the future that we should be building. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
So you regret causing deep pain. Your philosophy is pain is necessary.
Yeah, pain is necessary, but again, it's unfortunate. I think long-lasting pain isn't necessary. I think momentary pain, yes, broken heart, whatever, but when you refuse to stop bullying in schools, that is a long-lasting pain that doesn't need to happen. When you refuse to allow men and women to marry whoever they want, that is a pain that doesn't need to happen. When you refuse to acknowledge that guns and violence are a problem in our country, that is a pain that doesn't need to continue because of it. It's an easy fix. We have all the things we need to fix it, but we refuse to, and it's dumb.